Hello. Okay, so I thought I'd give you a bit more information about what my condition of my leg is and what the procedure is I had done. It's called. So I have a thing called a valgus deformity, which basically means I've got knock knees. My outside of my knees is weaker because of a deformed bones in my leg, which a lot of children get, which usually corrects itself as they get older, but in some people it doesn't. Mine has just gradually got worse as I've got older because I did a lot of sport and a lot of spinning and a lot of walking. Did some climbing as well, but I climbed a mountain 2.5 years ago in Borneo with my daughter and her husband, and on the way back down, an already fragile exterior meniscus on my left knee just went kaput really. It just deteriorated, stopped supporting the outside of my knee completely. And I then got bone on bone rubbing against each other, which then led to arthritis in the top part of my tibia. I had MRIs, X-rays, CAT scan. No, I didn't have a CAT scan actually. I had MRIs and X-rays, and it was shown that the outside of my knee was pretty rough, but the interior of my knee is absolutely fine because there's like no pressure on it. There's no wear and tear really. So I was told that I would eventually need a knee replacement. But they're reluctant because I'm only coming up for 54. They were reluctant to give me a knee replacement. So they said what they tend to do with younger people and people who do a lot of sport and athletics, they offer you this procedure called an osteotomy. It's not only performed for deformities that I've got, but for sports injuries, meniscus problems, multiple fractures in the lower limb where like a bone's been shattered, do it for reconstruction purposes. And they said to me, after like various treatments, I had an arthroscopy, which where they put the camera in, clean it up. That didn't work. I had cortisone injections. They helped briefly, but again, so I went through the protocol the NHS get you to follow, but it got to a point where I couldn't walk properly. I couldn't run. Haven't been on a spinning bike since I did my meniscus 2.5 years ago. I was having to wear a brace. They provided me, the NHS provided me with a brace, which since January has helped a lot, but my knee was just still getting worse and worse. I had trouble climbing stairs, going downstairs. Just basically movement, all my general movement has been affected completely. The beauty of what I've had done, a high tibial osteotomy, means that it will give my knee up to another 10 years of use. I will eventually need a knee replacement, but not for about 10 more years. So that was all the only option I had left to do, to go with, because my knee I was in constant pain. It was restricting everything I do. All I was down to doing, like sports wise, was walking at weekends with my partner, and a walk that used to be able to take me 2 hours was taking me 4 hours. So I really had no choice. Well, I did have a choice, but it was a choice to be in pain for the next 10 years and end up virtually crippled, or go for this, have 3 to 6 months of inconvenience, which is what it's going to be, and hopefully, fingers crossed, have 10 more years out of my knee. So yeah, that's an explanation of how I came to this point, and how it's affected my quality of life. I know I'm not as bad off as a lot of other people. There are a lot of people who are in a lot of a worse position than I am. But for me, my life has been completely altered for the worse by this condition. And I was lucky enough to have a condition which the NHS can help at this point in time. I had to wait 6 months longer because of COVID, but in the big scheme of things, that's nothing. And I feel very, very lucky to have what I've had done. So that's how I got to this point. I'll do another video to show you what I have. And then as time goes on, if people are interested still, I will do more videos to show you how I progress, how the frame is used, and how it will help my leg. So the next video will be showing you the frame and the purpose of the frame on my leg. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.